Please call the roll.
Mr. Knoll?
Here.
Ms. Zatrop?
Here.
Ms. Weltman?
Here.
Mr. Daga? Mr. Lemay?
Here.
Mr. Gentili?
Here.
Dr. Long?
All right, first, let's have a final pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a couple of agenda items, year-end items to clean up here. First, we call for a second reading, ordinance 2023-19. Joe, could you remind us as to what this is?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is the pay range ordinance for non-bargaining personnel. As we spoke last week, the reason there's a range is if we're in the process of looking to hire a new person within these categories, there's a range based on qualifications that we could place them in. But statistically, what we've done every year is we've mirrored the union contracts. The union contract that started in 23, all unions was a 3% raise. Non-bargaining got a 3% raise. For 24, it's 3%. We've budgeted the 3% for everybody across the board. But in the one particular line item for service department foreman, the last pay of the year will take him over the top end of that range. So we've upped that several $1,000s, just so we're not coming back on a yearly basis. So it went from 90,000 to 105, but that'll allow us to pay him his last pay in full.
And you're just holding that back for now until this is completed?
Right.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Is this for 24 or for this year?
for this year, which is why we're asking for it to be passed this year.
Gotcha. I'll move it.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tom.
I'll move it.
Okay, to suspend. To
Just
suspend.
suspend.
Yeah.
We have 5.
Second,
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Knoll?
yes.
Ms. Zatrop?
Yes.
Ms. Weltman?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Gentili?
Yes.
And a motion to adopt 2023-19, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Weltman? Ms. Zatrop? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Ms. Weltman?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Gentili?
Yes.
Great. And our final piece of legislation for adoption this year is ordinance 2023-21, which is our end-of-year appropriation adjustment. Joe?
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Lemay, just as you stated, did it change on the cheat sheet page under recycle fund?
Mhm.
There was the 1,400. It didn't make it over to the front page, so I had Sheila hand out that to make that change.
Yeah, okay. Other than that, that's it.
Correct.
Okay.
And I don't know, does anybody have any particular questions on any of the items?
I think we've discussed
A majority are going down.
most of them, yeah.
In finance, we hit certainly the 693.
I have none.
Joe, I just want to comment. I do really appreciate when we get an explanation page with things. This made that, even though we got it today, it made it so nice for me to read and review. So I want to thank you for taking the time to do that. That
On
was
every
really nice.
appropriation ordinance that we do.
Yeah, was
Other
great.
than obviously the first one of the year that's set off through the budget, I always provide that page.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And if it went on other documents too, I wouldn't mind it. I like it. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Then we have a motion to suspend.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Knoll?
Yes.
Ms. Zatrop?
Yes.
Ms. Weltman?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Gentili?
Yes.
Great. We
It was
had,
suspended.
We need to adopt.
We need to adopt.
we need to adopt, a motion to adopt 2023-21.
So moved.
Second,
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Newell?
Yes.
Ms. Zshaw?
Yes.
Ms. Welton?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Mr. Gentile?
Yes.
Should not get ahead of myself. We have one committee to report tonight, Mr. Lemay.
Yes, we had a finance committee at 7:00 tonight, reviewed a few items. We have November financials, so nearing the year end. Pleased to report that very tight onto budget. The revenue income taxes will be very close to budgeted for last year, and expenditures as well. Nice increase in the general fund over the year, so nothing unusual to report. And thank you, Joe, for great forecasting and keeping the book straight.
Thank you, sir.
All right. The department heads are by and large traveling for the holiday. The chiefs I've excused from having to join us tonight. I checked with them, they have nothing to report. And next, I simply want to wish everybody, I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I'm a little surprised to be sitting in this chair myself right now, but sometimes travels move you around faster in different ways than you anticipate. So here I am, and I am happy to see all of you. Because that way I get to wish everyone a very happy forthcoming New Year. I hope it is most of all, a healthy year, a safe year, and a successful year for everyone. So happy New Year to everybody, to all of our audience. I wish the same, and to all of our residents. And I want to thank all of our wonderful employees for their hard work and dedication to making this city a better place throughout the year. So thank you to all of them. Council, anything?
Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year. And I look forward to 2024, which will be the centennial celebration for Pepper Pike
It will be.
as well. So it should be a very exciting year that we'll be embarking
It
on.
will be. And we'll look forward to that happening. It's not often you get to be 100 years old.
Speak for yourself.
Happy New Year, to everybody. And
Some of us are closer to being 100 years old.
two small items. We all received a letter from Lisa Skupska asking for us to put the trail on the other side of the road from her house. Can Don give us
Is that the Shaker Lander
Yeah.
lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
the Shaker and Lander? Can Don give us the criteria by which he judges this?
We asked him to do that in the last meeting,
Okay,
and
and
he's going to provide he said he would provide a weighted list of criteria,
okay.
safety, cost.
Do you have any idea when that's coming, Mayor?
Soon. I don't have a schedule for you. No, I
Okay.
can't.
It'd be really, really helpful to have that. And the only other thing I have is this minor thing, but we get these Viper summary reports all the time, like 3 or 4 a day
Mhm.
in the
In the
email.
email.
Mhm.
And I don't know what to do with them. And
I don't even know.
Do we-
I
You
don't
could
get,
delete them if you want.
do we have to get them? Can we not
Part of
get them?
this-
It's
Since-
part of the
you get them saying-
subscription
Is
to
that the
notify
security thing?
you what
What's quarantine?
emails have been quarantined.
oh, that.
Because in theory, there could be a stranger that's never emailed you before that ends up on the Viper report. You could take it out of quarantine.
Oh, I see.
But for the most part, it's junk.
It's junk mail,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I,
But
when I,
there can be, and
Yeah, there's
Sheila
things.
and I witnessed,
I've had to pull things out of quarantine.
there was, the finance director in Rocky River.
Yeah.
Our system deemed Rocky River system as not being up to snuff with enough certifications.
gotcha.
He could not email us.
Okay,
We could email him. He could receive our emails. He could not send anything to us because they didn't have the proper certifications at the city.
okay.
You've just
All
given me the best story to tell Mayor Bopes. Thank you.
Well, thanks for that explanation,
Yeah.
because I
I just
got tired of
ignored
looking at them and I
Yeah,
ignored them and I
ignored
just delete them. And so I
Oh,
should,
he
pay some
calls
attention
on the
to him.
phone and goes, I can't send you anything.
Well, when you open them, I think, you err on the side of caution. You probably don't click on it or, you probably just assume it's spam or malware, some
Well, too
things,
many-
and
Too many times I've just deleted them without looking.
yeah, I do the same.
So I won't do that anymore.
It's really important, just as I know we've all taken our security program for emails. Just remember, don't rely on the name appearing as to the sender. Always check the email, what that email address is, because it may not connect to the
On
name.
a bi-weekly basis, Don Sheehy says, I have changed my bank account. Can you please change it for me?
It's got to stop that.
I know, but it never comes up CV, comes up with some bizarre text.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Don's a
Thank you, Tom.
slippery one.
Moving that bank account around all the time.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Not my fault.
And, Jim, what? All righty. Any audience comments? And otherwise, we'll conclude and be gone. Yes,
Yes, on December 2nd.
you need to say your name, Vera.
Oh, I'm sorry. Vera Savage, 29600 Chiefly Boulevard. My apologies. On December 2nd, that was during the budget meeting, it was talked about that instead of going all the way to Cedar, from Lander to Cedar, that it's gonna stop at Ursuline. I'm getting residents contacting me, asking, is there anything that can be changed about that? Because we voted to go all the way to Cedar and not just Ursuline.
Okay,
So just to let you know,
okay.
I have gotten messages, I have gotten emails, people are concerned.
Okay, thanks for communicating that. Anyone else? Richard?
Richard Muscovich, 29579 Engage Mills Boulevard. That's next to the house with all the Christmas lighting. Just want to wishing everybody a Happy New Year and saying, hey, this is the best location in the nation.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks, Richard.
All right, with that, we'll look forward to welcoming Jackie to our panel up here next month. Welcome, Happy New Year to you. And with that, the year is closed.